Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about Outriders, specifically Outriders and the state of it post its New Horizon update. For those of you that are unfamiliar with this game, Outriders came out back on April 1st of 2021. And to some people, it kind of did feel like the April Fool's joke because the game promised a lot on release and, in my opinion, delivered on a fair number of it, but this game was certainly not without its flaws. Now, in the 7 months that it's been out, the developers have taken a lot of the community's feedback to heart and definitely seem to be turning the game around. In fact, I believe the game is turned around. Just recently saw a stat that the game's player base since this update came out has increased by 1,000%. Okay, tell me the last time you saw that number on a player base coming back. I mean, but that is just insane. And in my opinion, I think it deserves every bit of it. I've been trying to get a chance to play it as much as I could the past week because I wanted to get it from the perspective of a new player. So I've rolled a new character. I'm rolling a trickster here, and the game just feels great. Some of the main things that I personally had trouble with the game, my top three things was load times, matchmaking, and just really general stability. Like, definitely had a lot of weird crashes, and I don't know if this happened, if it was just me, or if a lot of other people had this problem, but the frame rate just seemed just a tank at times, which made some of these bigger encounters here just nigh unwinnable unless I back the world difficulty down a good bit. Now, what's funny, though, is I've come back and I've played these exact same encounters that I specifically remember a few of them with my frame rate just tanking on me, and they seem to play much smoother. Coincidence? I don't really know, but definitely the load times, where that was one of the notes that I did read on, that they were like, yeah, load times have been improved, which is great, especially on sign-in, because I definitely remember sign-in taking a minute. Now, in addition to some quality of life and some spit and polish and a lot of bug fixing, we also have a lot of changes to the class abilities, and both I think the abilities themselves as well as your perks on the skill tree. And honestly, you can scroll through the list. I'm not going to do it all in this video because I don't really want to dive too deep into just one thing, but there are more buffs than reductions here, and I think that's awesome. Now, they did change some things because some things were getting a little bit broke based on the vibe that I get from this, but you know, I think their first focus of the game is to still make it fun, is to make the abilities feel important, feel powerful, you know, because you are the altered, right? So this should be your bread and butter. And I think they've done a great job with that, at least with the Trickster. It's the only one that I've had much of a chance to play before. The Trickster, I think, has definitely been given a lot of love. Haven't really had a chance to try the other classes yet since this update came out. A big addition brought on by this update was, by community demand, transmogging. That's right, we no longer have to fall for the RPG trope of, ugh, this gear looks awful, but look at the stats. Nope, now we can look like the cool Outrider that we were always meant to be from start to finish, and the best thing is it's all completely free. The only thing you have to do to unlock an item's transmog look is to simply find the item. And the cool thing is, it's account-wide. Like, so no running it on the Pyromancer and getting the Pyromancer looking cool, and then the Trickster, and then the Technoman, whatever. Nope. Once you find it on one, you got it on the all. So you just got to do the work on one, and then the rest just look cool by default, and that's a cool thing. There was an excerpt from their notes here, which said, and I quote, I'm just going to read this because I think this is so cool. It says, as we do not have the requirements of a live service game, we do not need to rely on a system like Transmog to nickel and dime players. That's why we've made it as simple, straightforward, and player-friendly as possible. Now, whether you like Transmog or not, I think that's a cool statement. It's there, and it's easy, and it's free for the community. And sometimes that's really all the game needs, both to add general improvement to the game and, honestly, to change some public opinion and perspective about it. So I think that's a good move on their part. Now, speaking of public opinion, the big question that everybody wants to know, that you probably wanted to know which is why you press play on this video. Is the game worth playing? Well, I am here to tell you that in complete honesty and unapologetically, yes, it is. This game is 100% worth playing. I have loved every minute of it since I've been back. The polish and the work and the effort and the attention to some of these other details that did get overlooked in the first pass have been addressed, have been fixed, and the game is playing wonderfully. As a player of this game and as a lover of what I hope to be a long-standing franchise, I could not be happier. I'm excited to see where the game goes from here, as there's some new content that's going to be coming out soon. In addition to the new expedition maps that the game has already added, we're going to get World Slayer, which I think is the game's next expansion. So some exciting stuff to keep your eyes out for there. But this is where I'm going to end the video for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope that this has proven at least a little bit insightful to you, or maybe give you a little bit of something that you may not have known about the game before. I hope, for those of you who have not played this game, that I have interested you to at least take a closer look at it, maybe try it for yourself. Definitely let me know in the comments if you do, and what class you're playing. But thank you all so much again for watching. Be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as I'll be uploading new gaming videos hopefully once a week. This is my first video back doing this after a good hiatus, so we're going to see how it goes from there. But once again, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.